Shalom, shalom, family. Welcome once again to Shabbat Night Talk. My name is Uzziel Lewi. I'm one of the teachers of congregation, Beit Da'at Kakma Ubina. Give me 1 second here, family. I'm just having some difficulties over here that I'm trying to fix, but I will get them up and running eventually. I hope that everyone is good out there. I hope that everyone has had a beautiful feast day. We're just coming out of the feast day, so I'm thankful to the Most High God for the Feast of Weeks, Chag Shavuot, and for everyone who celebrated it. Pray that the Most High God continue to be with you all, protect you, and be with you, and guide you. I'm asking the Most High, Creator of heaven and earth, to be with the entire nation of Yisrael, wherever we might be scattered in the four corners of the earth, that the Most High God will protect us and keep us, even with all of the things that are happening in the world. To his people, I pray that the Creator will continue to watch over us and guide us. It's, like I said, first, glory to the Creator. First, glory to the Creator. And it's really tough to talk about, it's really tough to talk about, excuse me right here, I'm kind of distracted because I'm trying to figure something out here with my band, so. Something really tough here with, just give me a second. Guy's driving me crazy today. All right, so we all know what's happening in Minnesota. We all look at the atrocities that continue to happen to, in particular, men of color, people who been brought to these shores, the offspring of the people that were brought to these shores and had to suffer through all types of atrocities, lynchings, rapes, murders, drownings. The worst thing that you could think that could happen to a human being happened to our ancestors, even here in these lands. And it still continues to happen because of the mentality that is ingrained within this society. This society has taught its people that we are beasts, that we are animals, that we are less than humans. When they created this country did not look at us as humans, equals to the ones that brought us over here and put us to work in those fields. When they brought us over here, we are feeling the effects of years of denigration, beat downs. And these people, you know, I don't look for sympathy from them. I don't look for love from them. I don't look for sympathy from them because it's not in them, obviously. You know, so we supposed to have sympathy for each other. We supposed to look at each other and uphold each other and strengthen each other, because if we're looking for it from these people, we're never going to get it. I repeat it. If you're looking for sympathy, love, and anything else from these people, you will never get it. I'm just being straight up. I mean, I'm not going to give you any type of, you know, talk like this stuff is you know, it happens because of our, no, it doesn't happen because of our fault. It happens because there's a mentality in this land that we are less than humans and that we are animals, and that people could just do anything that they want to us and get away with it. For years, they've been killing unarmed black men. For years. Black men and men of color, brown men, whatever. They've been killing us for years. For years, we've been the ones taking the brunt of the punishment without any justice being done for us. For years, we've been the ones suffering. For years, we've been the ones that are in despair. And not only is it that there is some inequality in society as to where we fall and the things that we are allowed to get, but then we have people that police these states and these cities, and we have to fight against that. And then they expect us to just be quiet and just accept what comes before us. Oh, what does rioting and looting and breaking into stores have to do with the cause? Well, let me tell you what it has to do with it. Frustration. When you have built up frustration, when you have anger, when you have resentment, because it helps to build resentment when these things is only happening to your kind. That's the outlet. Now, I will say this. With the looting and burning down stores and doing all that stuff, it wasn't only people of color that was doing that. Clearly out there in Minneapolis, they have a large group of Caucasian folks that were out there also looting, rioting, and doing everything else. They weren't all just peaceful protesting. But it's a frustration. It's a frustration that makes you explode. I'm not okay in stealing. But darn it, everyone is complicit if you don't say anything. If you stand there and you watch it and you say nothing, white folks, then you are complicit with what's happening in your country. You are complicit with what's happening in the place that you call America. And like Beautiful Forever said, when we fight back, no one comes to rescue us because no one cares about us. They already painted a picture of black folks as animals all through your TV shows, the way you depicted us in the early age of television. as Sambos and Mammies and Coons, to the way you depicted us in the blaxploitation movies as pimps and hustlers and just sex machines, the ways that you depicted us in the 80s as robbers and thieves, the way that you depict us today as buffoons and clowns is already ingrained in this world society, that black folks is just some dunces. Bring me something to drink, son. I'm angry. I'm fed up. I'm tired of seeing these videos. These videos, I cannot even watch them fully because it burns my spirit and it burns my soul. The man need the man in his neck for 9 minutes without regard. Just need him in his neck. Not caring. And the more people got agitated, the harder he dug on his neck. The man pleaded for his life. He said, I'm dying. He said, I can't breathe. You would think that Eric Garner, when was that? Like 5 years ago, 6 years ago, that the Eric Garner incident of saying that I can't breathe would have snapped him back into shape and made him feel or understand that, oh man, I'm going too far. He didn't care because they don't care about us. That's why he didn't care. And it's time for us to wake up. So everybody always speaks about, but there are good cops out there. There are good cops out there. But where are the good cops when you need them to step in situations like this? Where are they? Where are the good cops when you need them to step in situations like this? Please let me know if you can hear me clearly. Give me a 1 if you can hear me clearly. This is not a joke. I mean, you know what hurt me the most? When the man called out his mama. And come to find out, they said he died on the second year anniversary, the exact same death, the exact same date that his mama died. And he's crying out to his mother. Reduce a big, strong 46-year-old man to crying out for his mother because he couldn't think of nobody else that could help him at that time. And the people standing around just helpless, feeling like they can't do nothing. Note that I said feeling like they can't do nothing. That feeling has to change. That feeling can no longer be that way because our people are dying for no reason. That thing, man, it burnt my, I'm tired of crying. I'm tired of seeing these things. So to me, it just burnt my soul. It just caused me to feel like, like just ripping things apart. And that's where the frustration comes from. And that's where the breaking into stores and looting and doing. You have to release that frustration. It's years of oppression. It's in our DNA. It's already marked in our DNA. With the lynchings and the whippings and how they used to make our forefathers stand there to watch as they were punishing another slave, a runaway slave. Or if they didn't make their account of cottons, they didn't pick their account of cottons for that day. How much longer must we suffer? How much longer must we continue to go through this? Well, I'll tell you this, man, brothers and sisters. It's time to take action. The only way this place begins to listen is when you hit them where it hurts them the most, which is economics. You see, back in the 50s and 60s when people did bus boycotts, that eventually they had to conform to what black folks wanted because we could break the black dollar is gold. We have to get together, all black people. I'm not talking black and brown people. Brown people, you need to wake up and smell the coffee because they don't look at you any different. I don't care how much blonde highlights you put on your hair. I don't care how blonde you blonde your hair and all of that. They do not care about you. They don't care about you. You just a shade lighter, have a little straighter hair. They don't care about you because they know you got that blood in you. And they could give a rat's behind about you. We have to begin to unify, and we have to begin. People always say, well, what are we going to do next? What you do next is, and we need to come to a unified front. Stop buying all the stuff from them. From all of them. All of the people that stand there, you know, when people when these Caucasians was going at the Chinese people in America because they said that the coronavirus came from them, black people stood up, spoke up for Chinese people, leave them alone, still kept going to their restaurants, doing all that. Where is the Asian outcry and saying what you doing what you doing to black people in America is wrong? Where is it? I want to know where the Asian outcry is at. Because we support them so much. And don't worry, tonight we're going to open up the lines. We're going to open up the lines for everybody to come on and talk. I know I started kind of late, but I was trying to straighten out some technical difficulties, you know, some hissing and stuff like that in the sound. We working with a new computer and we trying to get everything working correctly and perfectly. So yes, you know, it's a travesty. Thank you, son. It's a travesty. It's like Groundhog Day. You ever see the movie Groundhog Day? You wake up and you see the same stuff over and over and over again. And you rather die than to continue to live in that thing over and over and over again. Because no justice, no peace is not going to, that's not, that happens for 10 days and then it's over. It quells down. So we have to begin to be more economically sound and hit them where it hurts the most. Stop consuming as much as we consume. Because although they burn down a Target, guess what? The insurance company is going to pay for it. It's going to fully stack Target back again. And not only that, Target is going to put down in their books that they lost more than they ever did. And the insurance company is not going to care. They're going to close their eyes and pay them. They're going to pay, because they are all part of the same good old boys club. You know, the insurance boss or the owner of the insurance company and Target, it's a Fortune 500 company. They don't care. Don't worry about that, Mr. Target. We're gonna pay you in full, and we're gonna give you more. You know. So burning down a Target really means nothing. They recoup that. I mean, the mom and pop stores that are owned by your own people. I mean, you shouldn't be thinking about burning those things down and breaking into those places. And I'm not advocating to break it into any place. But what I'm saying is it's the frustration. The way to start to combat all this stuff is to begin to spend your dollar black. I don't know for the life of me. I remember back in the days when my mother and her friends used to sit around and they used to do their own nails. They used to design them. They used to file them. They used to do all of that, paint them, and do a great job, put all types of design. Why we can't go back to that? Why do we need to go into Korean stores and get our nails done? It starts with us beginning to bankrupt those companies that are in our neighborhood and letting them know that we're not happy. Our mission from now on forward is to be making people more aware. And I'm not even talking about making them more aware of that you're Israel, but making them more aware of what's around them, their surroundings, what's happening, the things that's happening. Stop going to this Chinese restaurant and supporting them. Stop going to that sneaker store that's owned by that man of the other persuasion, and because when you stop supporting it, they get out. Black businesses come in and support those businesses. The night before Dr. Martin Luther King died, he spoke about black economic and boycott. He told them stop buying Coca-Cola. Stop buying their milk. Stop buying their bread. Stop putting your money in the white establishment banks and put them in the black banks. That is the way to break them. If they don't have our dollar, we're one of the highest consumers in the United States of America, because you're not going to outgun them. You're not going to pick up guns and outgun them. You're not going to do all that. You know, I'm not telling you not to protect yourself, not to arm yourself. It's your constitutional rights to do that. But what I'm telling you is, if you think you're going to at the mercy of the Most High is how we survive. But the way to break them is economically. They can't take that. These are the same people that kill themselves if the stock market crashes. It's been proven in history during the Great Depression of the 1930s. Stop supporting these people. These people don't care about us, man. Momo, did you see his face, his smug face, with his hand in his pocket, as if, I don't care. So people go up and burn down a precinct. Frustration. I don't approve of certain things, but you have to understand the years of frustration, the years of oppression that us as a people have been going through. Frustration and oppression that we've been going through. So therefore, it's understandable to me why people react that way. And when you have youth involved, because the youth have the energy. And when the youth so the news, or what we see in the news, is just a product of years of built up frustration. Nothing else. We're not savages, we're not animals, but that's what people do when they're oppressed. And I didn't know that them Twin Cities get it popping like that. I didn't. No. So at this time, I'm going to begin to take calls. Um, Let me make sure I get the headphones, because my son didn't leave me with the headphones. Where are the headphones at? Give me 1 second here. I got to be able to hear the calls when you guys call in. God left me hanging, man. All right. Give me 1 second, family. Shalom, shalom. All right. The number is 347-622-9090. For anyone that would like to call in and chime in on this topic. 347-622-9090. So, you know, Yah is our protection. We continue. We don't lose focus on Yah. That's, excuse me. I will always say that. We don't lose focus on Yah. But there are times in history when us as a people said enough is enough. Example, during the time of the Maccabees. All right, so I taught to play music today, but I said, nah, we're not going to play any music tonight. We need to have a little community talk. We need to talk to the family and find out what's on their minds, you know? So yes, George Floyd murdered by Minneapolis' finest. It's the same story, right? Eric Gardner murdered by NYPD. Anthony Baez, 1994, NYPD. Amadou Diallo murdered by NYPD in a hail of bullets. Sean Bell murdered by NYPD, hail of bullets. A senior, Eleanor Bumpus in the 80s, murdered by NYPD going into the wrong apartment. Michael Brown, murdered by St. Louis PD. I could go on and on and on and on. Rodney King, beaten. And then they say he was resisting arrest because he wouldn't sit still. But if 5 cops are hitting me with a baton, how still do you expect me to sit? The body's reaction is going to be to move. If someone is doing something to you, if someone is choking you out, your reaction is going to be to move, because you go into self-preservation mode. So you could put me into a chokehold and I'm not going to resist that. Anyone is going to resist a chokehold because you're cutting my breath away from me. So I'm going to fight against that because I don't want to stop breathing. You got to be kidding me. He's resisting. That's code word for them to go in on you. That's all that is. Stop resisting. That's code word for them to go in on you. That's what that is. When they do that, they want to go in on you, so they say, stop resisting. And you're not resisting, and they beating you. But they want to make it sound good. No one is stupid. Everyone understands what is it that you do. They need to stop it. They need to do Torah. They need to understand Torah. The Most High God is great. That's all I could say. That number is 347-622-9090. I don't know if y'all want to talk about it, but the lines is open. All right? The lines is open for all of you to join in. It's frustrating. It's the same old, same old. But we need to just start making a move. I mean, I know in all instances you're not going to be completely able to just buy black, but we got to stay off of this Amazon and all this stuff. I mean, I know they made it convenient for us, but we got to make them know that we're serious about this, even if just for a month, even if just through the summer. Just stop. I mean, I'm not telling you to stop eating, but if you could buy from a black-owned place, then do that. But if you can't, understood, just buy your bare minimums. But let's hit them where it hurts them the most, and that's in their pockets. I'm telling you, it's going to come a point now when people see these things happening, and people are not going to run anymore. People are going to actually attack. It's getting to that point because people are getting frustrated. And I know that that's what they want us to do. So now we're getting a call from Chicago, Illinois. Shalom, shalom. Whom am I speaking to?
This is on 347.
Oh, you got to mute your TV or your computer.
Let's hit them where it hurts them. Shalom. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. Who am I speaking to?
I'm telling you.
Shalom, shalom.
Now, when people see these, I mean, somebody answered. I don't know.
Shalom, shalom. Who am I speaking to?
People are going to actually.
Shalom, shalom. Who am I speaking to?
Hey, this is Malakia from Chicago.
Okay. Okay.
Oh. And I know that that's what you're going to do.
Mute your TV. Mute your TV.
Okay, all right. Shabbat shalom, Chief Uzziel. This is Malakia, man, from Chicago.
Okay, shalom. How you doing, my brother?
Doing great. I'm doing great.
All right, you wanted to speak about something?
Yeah, it's I seen the video, me and my Isha, with the brother, laying there on the ground with the cop, his knee to his neck and everything, and yeah, it burned our hearts too, man, to see that. And the response from the youth, um, like you said, we don't condone stealing or whatever, but they did. It was the pressure. They did what they thought was right. They had a reaction to it, which was, I thought that was good. They seemed to me that they showed some love. I'm trying to say.
Absolutely. That's the way youth react. That's youthful energy. That's what happens when youth gets frustrated. They react, and Unfortunately, they did what they had to do, but you have to answer for what you did. We're not going to lose focus of what happened, which is this, to me, racist police officer snuffing a man's life away from him. So I'm not going to lose focus of that fact.
I agree with you, and and here's the thing too, because it was really disturbing because even with now they knew that they was being recorded by people's phones, and he was like no flinching, no type of remorse, no type of like, hey, hey, cut the cameras off, no, stop filming me. I mean, he just was, like he was in the moment, like you say, like he was back on a slave plantation days. Like, yeah, we showing that we can do this, and like they even showed where he didn't, they couldn't even show proof that he even resisted arrest at all. So I don't even know why in the first place that he was even on the ground with somebody's knee in his neck. I couldn't figure out why that even happened. How did he get to that point?
He got to that point because it's the hatred that they have for us. There's no like magnificent explanation. We look at it and we try to figure out like what did this guy do? Like did he swing at them? Did he do this? Did he do that? And when you see the other videos, the guy's just looking back like, why are you arresting me for? Like he's trying to understand why he's being arrested, but yet they just have to exert their authority over us and belittle us. And by belittling us, they have to do the things that they do in order to get off on feeling tough. This guy probably was never tough in his life. Understand what I'm saying? You know? He probably was never tough in his life. So now, probably a black guy picked on him when he was younger. So now he got to exert his authority and let people know that he's boss. And in doing that, he don't care that he takes a black person's life away from them.
Exactly, man. That was terrible, man.
Yeah.
And like I said, and I was listening to what you were saying by black, and like you said, see, they with the COVID thing and everything. Here's the thing I want to add too, with the COVID thing, man. I mean, black people was already dying from other diseases, and I was hearing some of the nurses talk about, that when the person would come in, they would even if they came in, just say they came in for diabetes and died, or whatever other type of ailment and passed away, they would label it COVID. You know what I'm trying to say, to bring those numbers up, because I guess they get so much amount of money for the vaccine or whatever. But I'm just throwing some stuff at you. We was already dying from diseases in America before COVID hit. You know what I'm trying to say? So added to with this, what I'm saying, they like you named a whole bunch of other people that passed on or died from the hands of police brutality. You know what I'm saying? Even Laquan McDonald, I lived down the street from that area where he was gunned down and he was shot 16 times. So
Right.
I mean, how do you not deal with that on a level of where, okay, this was extreme when you shooting somebody 16 times at pretty much point blank range, and it's like, okay, the first shot should have killed them. So how you adding on, 15 more shots? I mean, and then it wasn't no justice there because I think he got less than 2 years. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's we got us as black people, like you said, us as Israelites, we have to wake up, we have to unite, and I don't know, man, get some land, start growing food, start planting things, I mean, that's another alternative too. Because we saw with COVID, that it really wasn't money because, a lot of the stuff they didn't have in the stores. So, if we're going to have something as an alternative, we need to be planting, growing food, doing something, getting some farms where we can drive to out of the city, and still have our place in the city if you want to do that. But go to a country area, set up a farm, set up a greenhouse, or whatever you have to do, grow some food.
Absolutely. Listen, I agree 100% with you. Every city where there is some of us has a story or 100 stories like these, right? All the people that I named off, most of the people I named off were from New York City. Amadou Diallo was a vendor, guy who sold stuff, an African immigrant lived in the Bronx, New York. When the cops stopped him going into the vestibule of his building, there was a group of them. He went to pull out his ID to show them. They said he had a gun. They shot him 41 times. They shot him so many times. They shot him when he fell. They shot underneath his feet. Understand what I'm trying to tell you. They shot underneath his feet. That's how many times they shot him, my brother.
Wow. Wow, man, that's terrible, man.
That's how
That's
many
terrible.
times they
Yeah,
shot
man.
him.
We falling, man. We falling left and right in America, and it's no, it's just really a shame. And we have our quote unquote boule people, and they giving us this, we can be Americans and all this type stuff, man. I mean, that's lack of knowledge, man. And then they trying to sell us out. You know what I'm
Right,
trying to say? Because that's the
right,
media. The media is promoting what they want them to say to
right,
us,
right.
to program us that we can be, we can have the American dream. And I mean, that's a freaking joke, man.
Absolutely. Listen, absolutely. The American dream is a facade for us because we have to work twice as hard to get anywhere. We have to bust our behinds in order to achieve the goals that their people just get naturally. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, why put all the effort in trying to get into their places when we could create our own? And move with our own pace, with our own people, do our own thing. Stop overindulging in the things that you don't need to overindulge in and save your money and begin to aim towards opening up your own businesses and doing your own thing and at at 100% just cut them off. Start off with the Koreans in your neighborhood. So what if you got to drive 2 more miles to go to all right, you like drinking liquor? I'm not going to tell you to stop drinking liquor. You like drinking liquor? If the black owned liquor store is 2 miles down the road, then go to that liquor store. Drive a little bit longer. You know
I
what I'm
agree with you.
Yeah,
I
man.
agree with you. And then, like I say, Uzziel, the thing is that, like I told you, they putting a stronghold on the private business owners, the mom and pa. You know what I'm saying? Even with, we have a few of them in my community, black owned, but
Right,
they putting, the COVID thing, kind of like took them out. And the people, like you said earlier, they shopping at the big box stores, the Home Depot, the
right,
Targets, the Walmarts,
right,
the Costco's,
right,
unfortunately, you know what I'm trying to say. So, I mean, it's more to it. It's more to it with the COVID thing. It's more to it, but they definitely took a lot of businesses out of business when that thing broke out.
right,
Especially the small people, the small businesses.
right. The small business, absolutely, because um, let me give me one. Yeah, because the small businesses, what happened with the small businesses is that those were the businesses that upheld the communities, our communities, that kept the communities going and kept the communities non-gentrified and black, right? But as soon as those businesses, they started putting those businesses out of business, that's when the gentrification came in and it pushed us out. But we thought we was getting it better. Oh, we got a Starbucks in our neighborhood. You know what I mean? Oh, they even got a Starbucks. No, that's the setup. The Starbucks in your neighborhood is the setup. That's what that is. You know what I mean? Got you paying, and I like Starbucks, but got you paying $5 for coffee. But I'm gonna have to make a conscious decision now. You know what I mean? The heck with this Starbucks, and I'm gonna save my $5. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna put that into something that we need more than Starbucks, because Starbucks and all those corporations are Fortune 500 corporations that don't give a rat's behind about us.
Right.
They don't care about us.
They
They
don't
don't
care
care
about
about
us.
us.
And that's been proven throughout. You know what I'm saying? I just want to say a few more things dealing with, this country, man. That the whole country was built on racism. The foundation of it is built on racism.
Right,
Matter of fact, if you really look into the history, Abraham Lincoln did not free the slaves. What happened was,
right,
it was just that, they foreclosed on those small business, mom and
right,
pop, slave owners and the state, the United States, took over the debt, and a part of the debt was us. Of course, we was known as, property to these people. So
Right.
attorney, if you look it up in the Latin, it means to attorn. So we went from attornment of one master to the other. So the other master was the United States of America. So this is written in the books. Matter of fact, if you go into the 13th, 14th Amendment, the 14th Amendment gave us our citizenship, but there was a citizenship under the United States, not
Mm.
even though we was a citizen within the state where we reside, but we were still subject to the jurisdiction first of the United States of America, which was a corporation. I just want to throw that at you. You know what I'm trying to say? Nothing, we still property. They still look at us as property, just like you was stipulating earlier. They still regard us as just animals. They still think that they can just treat us, like we animals, man, like we non-human. You know what I'm trying to say? So, I just wanted to throw that at you as well. And hey, I think I said my piece.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Thank you, my brother, for calling in. I really appreciate you. May the Most High God bless you. Let's stay positive, but let's stay aware and understand what's surrounding us and what's around us, and the things that will do us harm. Let's stay away from them.
Yes, sir, Uzziel. I agree, man. I agree most heartily, man. And
Hallelujah.
nice speaking with you, my brother, and Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom. Hallelujah. There you go. You know. That number is 347-622-9090. 347-622-9090. Yeah, we need to start beginning to. Now you understand what Colin Kaepernick. Now they call Agent Orange called Colin Kaepernick a son of a. He called him and all the football players who kneel sons of bees. Right? That's what he called them, I believe. So now, is he a son of B? Because this is exactly what he was kneeling for and why he sacrificed his job as an NFL quarterback for this exact thing, right? For police brutality and mistreatment of people of color. For this exact thing, we have a right to be outraged. People could say what they want to say and people could hold it. But now you have to see it. And for all those Caucasian folks that talk about, he must have done something wrong. Because right now, you know what they looking for, right? They looking for his criminal record. They looking for all these things. That's what they do, Give me a second. Someone else is calling. Shalom, shalom. How you doing, Sister Malka?
Hey, Shalom, Uzziel. How are you?
I'm great. I'm great.
I just wanted to, I don't know if anybody else kind of felt this way, but when I woke up this morning and I had seen the information about the precincts being burned and, just all the chaos that was happening down there, it was unsettling to me. And it just brought such sadness to me. Like, I remember a few weeks back when Michael was going through the list of names, and I just started crying.
Right.
You hear the names and you cry for your people, and it's heartbreaking to me. And you just pray, and you understand why people cried when slaves had sons. You know what I'm saying? You get it. You don't want to bring no bond. My daughter's talking about this all the time. Maybe like, Mom, I don't even know if I want to have children the way the world's going. And that's deep to me. Like, we are in a crazy time, and it's so heartbreaking. It is so heartbreaking. And I don't know if it's just like because I'm a woman and, all that. Just, I'm a woman, a mother, a sister, a daughter, your nation, like, your heart, my heart is breaking. My heart is breaking.
Yeah, because it's unsettling because of, like I said earlier, it's like Groundhog Day. You wake up and it might not be day to day, but every few months, even in the midst of Corona and social distancing and all of the things that that we think are supposed to be like we're in a safe zone. No, nigga, you still not safe. You know what I mean? That's how you feel. No, nigga, you still not safe. It's still on. It's still popping. You know what I mean? When we see you, these feelings and these sentiments are still the same. You know what I mean? So that's probably what you're feeling, because that's what I'm feeling.
It is. You go. It's like with anything. You go through the stages of grief and rage,
Right.
and then confusion,
Right.
and then well, what do I do? And you praying for the people. Then you praying, please let my son come home safely. And
Right.
you don't want to be on the, because everything manifests when you focus on it. You don't want to sit around and be like, yo, if that happened to me, because the Most High will test you.
Right.
You don't want that. So you have to be very careful not to say, well, if that happens, just I pray that don't happen, don't bring that to my doorstep. Because in your mind's eye, you understand it's not going to be okay. It's not going to go down the way you think it's going to go down. And I think they weren't prepared for this, because if you're a person who watched CNN all around the country, not even the country, excuse me, around the world, when they protest, they set place aflame.
Right.
In Asia, in Russia, when they protest, they come out and they're not used to us tame Negroes
Right.
finally deciding to get up
Right.
and say enough is enough.
Right.
The situation with Eric Gardner, Staten Islanders are very complacent. They've gotten very used to dealing with white people,
Right.
and the rallies that happened on Staten Island were from people coming off the island. People came onto the island to help and support. There's enough black people in Staten Island where they could have protested and they could have did more.
Right.
But people came on the island for that. And so when things happen here, we get burned. Just like you said, when Amadou Diallo, when that happened. What happened to New York City?
I know.
Because we don't want our conveniences and our creature comforts to be interrupted.
Right.
We don't want interruption. So we'll watch it and we get outraged and we get upset. But other places, they're tired. They're tired, and you get it. But I just pray that in the midst of that, you have to also have some type of strategy, and you have to be smart with what you're doing, because you don't want to burn down all the police precincts. Because what you're doing is you're causing the National Guard to have to come, because there are people who still need police. There are people who still need emergency vehicles to come into their communities if something happens. When you start to do things like that, you shut your community down from the necessities that we need, and you bring these outside forces in who don't care. So you're not prepared to have a tank come down your street. You're not ready for a tank to be coming down Atlantic Avenue and everybody, martial law and things of that nature.
Right.
And when you see all of this happening around the country, that's the direction it's going to go in. Albeit that may be the direction they want it to go in, because when you have white people sprinkled in these crowds, in these riots, starting things and initiating things, and then going back and taking that stuff off and getting on the other side and put their blue on, that leads you to think, oh, you want this to happen. Because we're not prepared. We're not armed. We're not stockpiling food. We're not stockpiling ammunition. We're not doing that. We're worrying about getting back to the nail salon. We're worried about getting back to the gym and the foolishness like that. But it's real things that are happening out there, and it's just an unsettling time. It's very unsettling, and it's hard to see. It's hard to watch. But in the midst of that, you guys say it all the time, while they're preparing for war, you prepare to see your maker, but you also need to be taking this time to be mindful. We have enough time. A lot of us have enough resources now. We're doing worse than others, but we're doing better than most. So when you're getting these stimulus checks, you need to maybe buy an extra pair of some extra food and buy some this and buy some extra things. Don't be so quick to all this online shopping, because now you're confined to the home. You're buying clothes and can't wait. You know what I'm saying? Just the frivolous things. This is a time for rethinking.
Absolutely, and I agree with you, my sister. Thank you for calling in. May the Most High be with you and with your family and keep you all safe.
Shalom, shalom.
Shalom, shalom. There you have it. People are frustrated, afraid, all types of things. And she brought up a couple of good points about agitators being in the crowd and breaking up stuff and wanting stuff to go down. And, protesters tonight in Atlanta, from what I just got, someone just texted me, said that they damaged part of the CNN center down in Atlanta. So people are mad all across America. People are protesting. People are upset. And I understand what the sister said about burning down all these places and precincts and stuff. I don't think they're gonna allow people to burn down all those cops gave up that precinct because they were come to understand that they were all over at the the former police officer's home to protect them. A bunch of them was surrounding his home because his address was leaked on social media, and they were afraid as to what was going to happen to him and his family. So all his brothers in blue went out there to protect him and his family. But now he's arrested. Let's see if the charges stick. Let's see if he gets convicted. You see, because being arrested, I'm tired of being arrested and people going all crazy. Let's see if they find him guilty of a crime, because he did commit a crime. It's atrocious, as my high school basketball coach used to say. Minnesota had an 8 p.m. curfew, but somebody told me, writing me and said that the people are still out there. We put our trust in the Most High God, but the Most High God gave us brains to think and to discern. All right? Direct your anger into things that are going to help you to do better things, to do the right thing. Now is the time. Listen, it's just like coronavirus, right? Don't, after all this is done, stop washing your hands every time you come into the house. Stop. Now that you've developed these habits, you see, I haven't bit my nails anymore. I got nails. I'm scratching myself all over the darn place because I don't know what it is to have nails. But I got rid of a bad habit, biting my nails, And now I'm constantly cleaning my nails. The other day I had a nail split and almost tear all the way off. Now I could talk about stuff like that. I didn't go back to my bad habits and my bad way. That's the way we got to be with everything else. We got to develop a pattern and not go back to your old ways. That's what we got to do. That's what we have to do. So I'm grateful to the Most High King. I pray that the Creator of heaven and earth will continue to be with us and bless us. And listen, I know in all the despair and everything that we have going on, sometimes it's very tough. But we got to put our trust in Yah. Always. I will never veer you away from that. I will always tell you that we have to put our trust in Yah, no matter how angry and frustrated we are. Put your trust in Yah, and Yah will be with you. But we also have to begin to put our resources in the right place and stop depending on these people to take care of us. We have to take care of ourselves. You know what's a way to combat this? Some people might not like what I'm about ready to say. When your kids, you see them hanging around and they got 2 years of college credits, go in the police force. Become a difference in your community. That's the way to change it. I don't know what's this private number. I'm not answering private numbers. I got to see a number. I'm not picking up a private number. So please let your number be known, because I don't know who's listening to this show, and I at least I need a number to be able to report if somebody's calling with something frank or something like that. I need a number. All right, so please just call me from a number that I could see, a visible number. Your number is coming up private. Bavakasha, please. I don't want to pick up a private number. All right? So you don't have to worry about me calling you back if you got a legit, if you're calling legit. So call me from a number that I can see, Bavakasha, for everyone out there. So, yeah. I need it's a shame. It's a shame. It's just it's hard to think about. It's hard to even fathom, and to try to grasp and to try to understand. But we know what it is. This is what oppression is. So we stay tough, we stay strong. We try to stay in the path of righteousness and do the things that the Most High God wants us to do, but always keeping things in mind as to what's happening around us and what's surrounding us, and not to lose focus. Not to lose focus is the main thing. From young to old, young people, you have to stay focused. You can't go back to your same old way. Older people, you got to stay focused. You can't go back to your older ways. Or to your old ways. All right. Before I leave tonight, and before we stop this community, I had this community talk. I have a song that my nephew sent me. I think it's a nice tune, so I'm gonna premiere it tonight, in a night when I'm not really playing music, but I'm gonna premiere it tonight, and hopefully on the other nights when I play music again, you'll hear me. Let me know your opinion on the song, how you like it. This is Prince Shake Mia, being Prince Shane, Ben Zavulum. So here we go. Let me know how you like this track, and we're gonna take it out with this on a good note, on a happy note, praising the Most High God, and then you let me know how you feel about this song. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Shema Yisrael, Yehovah Eloheinu, Yehovah Echad. And I don't just like this song because my voice is in it. Y'all stop it. To love Yehovah thy God with all our heart, with all our soul, and with all our might. The song is really nice. This day shall be in our heart, and thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children. Let me know how you like it. Leave your emojis. Leave your emojis in the chat. Come on, Israel. Hey, come on, come on. Hey, hey, hey. Let me know how you like this one. Put your emojis up there.
melekakatole ola. O sera kifarim naflim yo meko Israel. Aina loe kimo Yahuwah melekakatole ola. O sera kifarim naflim yo meko Israel. Aina loe kimo ka ya lohenu ya eka. Toda Yahuwah melekakatole ola. Aina loe kimo ka ya lohenu ya eka. Toda Yahuwah melekakatole ola.
And it shall be when Jehovah thy God said it brought thee into the land which he swore to thy fathers, to Abraham, to Yitzchak, and to Yaakov, to give thee great and goodly cities which thou buildest not, and houses full of all good things which thou fillest not, wells dig which thou diggest not, vineyards and olive trees which thou plantest not. No, this is not Spanish, this is Hebrew. And beware lest thou forget Jehovah, who brought thee forth from the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt fear Jehovah thy God and serve him, and shalt swear by his name. Ye shall not go after other gods and the gods of the people that are round about you. For Jehovah thy God is a jealous God amongst you, lest the anger of Jehovah thy God be kindled against thee, and he destroy thee from the face of the earth. I gotta play this from the top. Hallelujah. Not just because my voice is in it, because the song is hot. I gotta play it one more time. Come on, y'all. Party with me. We give glory to the Most High God. Prince, shake me out. Man, Prince, shake. Ben Zavula. Hey. Come on.
Aina loe kimo Yahuwah melekakatole ola. 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 Aina loe kimo ka ya lohenu ya eka. Kiba hayom shel Yahuwah melekakatole ola. Aina loe kimo ka ya lohenu ya eka. Kiba hayom shel Yahuwah melekakatole ola. Aina loe
Kimo Yahuwah melech hagadole olam.
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 Kiba hayom shel Yahuwah melekakatole ola. Kiba hayom shel
That's just playing a little distortion with the voice.
Aina loe kimo Yahuwah
Melech hagadole olam.
O sera kifarim naflim yo meko Israel. Aina loe kimo Yahuwah melekakatole ola. O sera kifarim naflim yo meko Israel. Aina loe kimo ka ya lohenu ya eka. Toda Yahuwah melekakatole ola. Aina loe kimo ka ya lohenu ya eka. Toda Yahuwah melekakatole ola.
And it shall be when Jehovah thy God said it brought thee into the land which he swore to thy I just don't like it because my voice is on it. I like it because it's hot. Thou buildest not, and houses full of all good things which thou fillest not. Wells dig which thou diggest not. Vineyards and olive trees which thou plantest not. When thou shalt see them be full, and beware lest thou forget Jehovah, who brought thee forth from the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt fear Jehovah thy God and serve him, and shalt swear by his name. Ye shall not go after other gods and the gods of the people that are round about you. For Jehovah thy God is a jealous God amongst you, lest the anger of Jehovah thy God be kindled against thee, and he destroy thee from the face of the earth. I'm glad that y'all like it. And I just don't like it because my voice is on it. I like it because it's a hot song. I know y'all don't believe me. Blessed be the Most High God. Thank you to my nephew, Prince Shake Me Eye, Ben Prince Shame, Ben Zavulum, And that's a nice track right there. From when I heard it, I said, "This is fire right here." That's the new generation of hit makers in Yisrael. That's the new generation, and is a beautiful thing. Is a very, very beautiful thing. So, but you know what? Did y'all like the poem? Did y'all hear the poem on the Mishpaka, our sister Kamadia? Did y'all hear that? By a show of hands, how many of y'all heard that? The last quarantine special I threw up there, our sister Kamadia, on the Mishpaka. How many of y'all heard that? I hope that y'all liked it. You know, it was, I think that is, let me see. Let me find it for y'all. If y'all haven't heard it yet, it's a dope poem. Here we go. Let's look for it. That's my phone. Don't worry about my phone. That's just my phone. Here we go. Tell me how you like this one.
Vision made into reality. We want y'all to sit, relax, and listen. Listen to this musical rendition. With each verse we rehearse traditions to transition our prayers into fruition, altering current conditions, fitting to get our petitions heard, converting biblical words into verbs, visible in the methods that we serve our family, nation, and our God. Undeniable rising stars, shifting priorities from me to we, cause it's better to be one entity than separated individualistic communities. We making history, legacy, and even prophecy. You hear unity in the beat with Mecca and Heath, and all the way across the Atlantic, Kamadia Israel speaks. We greet you in peace with sweet words and melodies, spiritual telepathy with instruments and chords you've never heard before to restore His praise. We making familiar sound real strange, getting rid of the Trinity as the concept of Yah Echad takes the stage. It's a whole new picture. The writings on the wall with the creative heaven and earth signature, exposing you to the right literature to consider. Why the black man's usually the victim as the white man pulls the trigger. Change has to come faster as soon as we grasp the answer that we are the master of our destiny, from a bona fide pedigree, the biological recipe to end the white supremacy. The spiritual weaponry is in our genes, Abraham's seed. When we reside in the light of Moshe's beams, we will be redeemed by our own deeds. So we do more than dream in this quarantine, offering prayers to intercede. Meditations increase the speed of prophetic decrees. As past stubborn deeds now recede, we believe in ourselves. Cultural traditions of the past usher us into a whole new realm where we add strategy to vision, undertake decisions to alter our condition, and pay homage to these ever-evolving traditions. They are still the illest new sound. The truth that I speak has long been found. You hear these same old beats, they produce new prophetic sound. The truth in this rhythm has long been found. We are the change that we seek. We are prophecy.
Yeah, and then this one. This is my favorite so far. Favorite one. This is one of my favorite drumming songs of all time. I love my drumming. That was Chief Meku on that Yehoah track by himself. Go to the Mishpaka Drummers YouTube channel, Mishpaka, Mishpaka, Mishpaka Drummers channel. Subscribe to it. You're going to see great content there. Just go support, and you can see all of the quarantine special videos. So I say at this time, good night to our people, to my people. May the Most High God be with you all. Stay strong. Remember the things that we discussed tonight. Frustration is part of everything that we see because frustration is part of human life. But we always put our trust in Yehovah, and we always have to be smart and walk in the right path in a righteous manner. All right? Do the things that we know we could do in order to uplift us and to keep us safe. And I pray that the Creator of heaven and earth be with us all. Shalom, shalom. Everyone have a great evening, a great night, and I'll see you all in the AM on the d.c.b channel at 11 a.m. Shalom, shalom. Blessed be. Hallelujah.